Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included, and this is the third episode of me trying out the Prehistoric DLC. And it looks like we've got this massive asteroid that is going to smack right into us. Fortunately, there's already this meteor blaster, which I'm going to start off with only... Oh, did that work? Only allowing it to be an intracosmic blast shot, and the reason for that is this guy here, who's going to be in here in 150 cycles. So I spent the last little bit setting up some stables and that type of thing, learning about plants and critters. But this is going to be the focus. There's a scientist who's throwing in a rocket. This guy needs a little bit of repair. And the if I see this message here, it says limited line of sight. This to properly function, this building requires an unblocked view of space. So that's what we're going to do first. Essentially building a ladder up here and here to get a clear view for our meteor blaster. Once we have that, we'll try this out. I guess we're not going to get anywhere unless this is plugged in. So we'll run a wire up to our meteor blaster. Okay, looks like a little bit of repair work has been done. 97,000 calories, 12 dupes. Let's go up to 14. So there's still a lot to be dug out in this world, so bringing in another digging specialist. Put them down in a schedule. Let's see. Have them go right here. Actually, you know what? I made them a night owl. Maybe it makes sense. They take break during the daytime. Okay, so that's that. See some plants here. Yeah, I assume that was a pressure thing. Maybe what we'll do to get these to grow is to go up here. Can't reach there for some reason because of that. Okay. Maybe I'll put like a tile right. No, I'll do that instead. Oh, and our meteor blaster looks like it has limited line of sight, resource low, blast shot. We've got the 4. I guess we are given 4. I guess that's the whole thing. We don't have to worry about creating one of these. We have to worry about making the blast shots. And the question that's on my mind, this thing has apparent health of 1,000. Don't tell me that I need 1,000 of these guys. I don't know exactly what it takes to make them. But let's start off with just clearing our path of vision. Okay, so this might help these guys grow. Can increase pressure down here. There's also a little bit of meat. This will crack into there as well. First of those plants happy. Okay, we still have to dig that out. No power. Whoa, no power. No power, no power, no power. What's going on? No hydrogen. I guess we're... This building probably takes a lot of power is the thing. So it would seem we need to focus on power now. For now, more power production, I'm going to put in some peat burners. I put one down here, but I didn't realize that it outputs polluted water on the ground. So we're going to get rid of this guy. And also suspecting a little bit of heat, so figure why not put it in the cooler area. Have a smart battery to control it, bring in our heavy watt wire line. And open up this area down here just for the polluted water. Maybe what was... Oh, that had peat stored there. Well, that doesn't make any sense anymore. And for our short-term power issues, let's put in another manual generator. In fact, let's put in 3. Store some peat over here. I already have this guy running. Technically, that should be fine because should be in need of power. Okay, those machines are big enough to be considered to be part of a power plant. Oh, they're not even actually doing anything. Whoop. Okay, apparently that was testing without providing power. Automation line is on them. There we go. Alright, so we've got that. Let me disable these for time being. Disable, but we'll have them ready to go if need be. That has given us power that we're able to run this guy, so I'm going to, I guess, he took a step forward. Gonna click there. Whoa! Right, that's one shot. Another one. Another. And another. And then we're out. Do we get some sort of... Okay, time to intercept 0.5 and 0.6 cycles. So with those rockets launched, I'm going to attend my attention down here to continue to explore, because we haven't actually gotten to the bottom of this asteroid. Though I do carefully want to watch these guys proceed over the next less than half a cycle. Let's start with getting this moved down there. Oh. That didn't make that plant happy, but I think maybe he should be able to hold on. Open that up. Now here's the thing. I've got this liquid down there. But I want to deal with the carbon dioxide in this spot. It's getting a little bad. Oh, and we've got a minor volcano. Okay, so what we are doing now is just blocking this liquid off. Mostly so we don't get our polluted oxygen going up. So I can have a pump that will deal with the carbon dioxide. You guys may not really need that. But I don't want these dupes to get stuck or build on the wrong side of things. But I kind of want to watch what's happening here, guys. If I could trust you. Okay, no, clearly cannot. Let's move you up. And Lantern, let's move you up. I'm just curious what's going to be happening here. Time to intercept, 72 seconds. Flip over, no one gets stuck. $20 seconds. Oh, okay, let's slow this down. Seconds away from the first rocket. Please take more than just one. 909. Okay, so it takes 10 days. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for that. That means we need to make 100 of these. I guess -4, not 1,000. 980. And 960. Whew, okay, well, there's that. So, yeah, I guess this is all about making about 100 or 960 those ballistic shots. But let's deal with the carbon dioxide first. I made 2 gas reservoirs. That's going to deal with the... Actually, I should probably do not oxygen rather than carbon dioxide. Because of all the chlorine. In case there's a little bit of polluted oxygen, which might confuse this thing. Put that there, put that there. So now we're going to be looking for not oxygen. Open this channel up a bit. Pump is not running. Why is that? Oh, I see. Just had a disconnection. Didn't quite get that. There we are. Is that so much liquid we can't even do anything with it? I guess that's the disadvantage. Maybe we should... we don't want to actually go in there, but I'll open that like that just for a little bit of excess liquid that might land down this way. Builder. Let's give you improved carrying. Carpenter. Demolition. Explorer. Carrying. Digger. Oh, another dupe that can go through granite would be nice. And technician will work towards several dupes having mechatronics engineering. And I think it's time... Oh no, I think that's just the... Oh no, yeah, we can get another dupe if I want. Let's go for it. Not sure if having specialized skills in decorating is going to be important, but let's bring in artist just to be safe. Throw them down here. Oh no, EB... here. I don't know if I've been giving enough spots for cots and tables, but I'll do that next. So time to expand our barracks and our Great Hall. Gonna have a place for 20 of these guys. I'm not sure I'm actually going to have 20 dupes, but I'll be prepared for that. Also opening up this channel down here, mostly for carbon dioxide to flow down. Put in a few mesh tiles to allow airflow. the old wiring for our pump. At this point, just kind of researching things just to stay on top of stuff, as opposed to having a particular need at the moment. Artists taking their break. Mine are falling through. Let's just do a little bit of digging while we wait for that last tiling to be done. Okay, let's have a look. Now we've got our barracks. We've got, let's see, 64 in both there. We've got our mess table. Make sure it's an actual Great Hall, though. Yeah, that's the case. Fantastic. Well, let's, this door here doesn't need to, oh yeah, actually that one's meant to keep in our critters. One's over here and here, though, don't need to be shut. Maybe I'll give my attention back down here. Power. What's going on? Hold on. We having power issues? Hydrogen generators running. This is, whoa. What am I missing? Okay, well, it's running now. Just looking at our water store. This water's mostly coming down from our polluted water vent, which is over here. Have we gotten rid of our germs? That's been above. Yes, since we sealed it off, we have. But one thing I didn't like is how I was outputting this. I was having that go essentially into the system, which would kind of turn off our water sieves. Instead, we're going to go down. It'll be more of a backup water source. Why is liquid not flowing? Okay, yeah, that's because we don't have a floor there. We are consuming a good amount of water. That might be these plants. Rot pile. These plants kind of met in the middle there. I'm seeing rot and figs, which is a sign. Yeah, this guy's elderly. We're probably producing way too much food for these guys in particular. Oh, tough meat. Is this the first tough meat? That is... oh, yeah, it is. 12 kilograms. Alright. Now that I've got that, I know giant unflying Rex consumes 500, so half a kilogram, I guess I'm assuming a cycle. Need it to feed these guys? If that's the case, that's a good amount of tough meat to, it might be time to make a stable for our little Rex critter. Okay, let's finish this project first. Alright, so now water's going to be taken from here, but only, so we're going to prioritize and making sure we empty this guy so that doesn't become overpressured. Next thing I am trying out is making a nature reserve with these prehistoric plants. In particular, I'm curious if this Mika bud actually counts as a wild plant. My guess is no. But even if it does, it's only going to last for so long. But yeah, let's go find that out. See that we've got to lock this guy off as well. We don't want to have machinery in our nature reserve. Need to push up a little bit of water towards our pitcher pump. Then after that, we'll have to start dumping water in. So we'll take a park sign, throw it right there. Do we have an enclosed area? I think we do. 96. 4 wild plants. So yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3. I'm just curious. Does it tell you how many I have? It says 3. So yeah, I guess this does count as a wild plant. Problem is, as I mentioned, it's going to fly away on us. So we don't want that. So let's add in an extra plant here. Trying to avoid these. Maybe do that and that. That's going to technically give us our 4. For now, until this thing flies away. All these open. Open, 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 open. And then, if we have a look, we've got a nature reserve. Okay, so this does count while it's growing. Just kind of curious about that. In reality, I'm probably going to just take this out instead. So that we've got a stable nature reserve that can last. Okay, and there we are. Nature reserve on base. One thing I'd like to do next is to go explore down here. Happen to wait for this carbon dioxide and chlorine to make its way out, but one thing that may help is pushing more oxygen down, so bringing in some electrolyzers towards the top, switching over to oxygen diffusers as we get towards the bottom. Let's see, research is ongoing. That must mean we're slowly pushing our water back up here. Might want to do some air cleanup too. And we'll need another transformer, I can tell. Lots of liquid being added here, so we'll continue to open up that space. Alright, now we should be looking better oxygen-wise down here. Let's bring in another transformer. This one's going to go up to this point. We'll cut this off, so we'll have one that's going to do this sort of middle section, and one that'll do everything below. So I want to do this. Why am I getting some red there? Do we have any... Oh, we do. We have a connection between... Yeah, need to cut that. Whew, there we go. Still red, though. Oh, and we've got another disconnection to make down there. There we go. Okay, so still a little bit of strain in this bottom section. That might be okay, because as oxygen fills up down here, these machines won't be running as much. That looks like an improvement anyway. It's just occurring to me now that we're going to need a pyrotechnic. So we'll take in our 15th dupe. Let's put them down here with Digger. Make sure we... oh, other skills to give out too. So we'll do Art Fundamentals. Mechatronics Engineering. That's awesome. To give Construction to Minor. And make sure we focus so that we can get this here. The Blast Shot Maker usage. Rancher will give you farming. Also moving up a few more of these critters to be able to consume some of these figs from down here. Next thing going on is putting in a metal refinery next to the rock crusher. So there isn't a lot of liquid in one particular place that's in a cool area. But there is a small amount over here of brine that I don't feel comfortable running with. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some salt water down here, add that up. This is going to probably be a very limited time I'll be able to run this. Actually, how are we doing metal? Nickel ore, 26 tons. Okay. And actually, there's still a lot more that I can mine out. I think I chose an asteroid that's metal rich, right? So that should extra help. Or metallic caves, anyway. Oh, right, we need some power. We need power in this pump, too. Forget about that. Okay, instead of, whoops. Maybe we'll just have a temporary transformer. Feed in heavy watt wire. Send that like that. Take that out. Oh, it's not do that. Okay, so as we are dumping that, eventually this is where we're going to be dropping stuff off from the metal refinery. And eventually send this liquid back up in this line later on. Been lucky that I haven't been getting any dupes that have been injured, but we're going to put a triage cot there just in case. We're going to dig our way down. I have not gotten to the bottom of this asteroid, trying to avoid this extremely cold area. So instead of continuing a direct path, we'll go around like this. Also get a path over, see what's in this direction. And I see a number of geysers along the way. So maybe we'll visit a few of those. One up here as well. And that looks like an oil biome with lead, igneous rock, some of these sporchids. Oh, these little oil slickers. Excellent. We'll start filling in some ladders and fire poles. Make it easy to get down here. Once we're down here, we'll deal with the carbon dioxide. Not looking great. The moment, anyway. So kind of curious what is over here. Curious how much crude oil is around, or whether it's mostly dried up and we have to get a an oil, what is it, or not an ore scrubber, oil well. We'll see once we're down there. Complete our fire pull. And try to push this sour gas to the side. Maybe we'll enter the oil biome from over here. We have to decide if we want to go without Atmos suits. I mean, 80. Oh. I might want to decide how to get some reed fiber or something, make Atmos suits a thing. But before I go and investigate that, I think we'll put in our carbon dioxide pump, make it at least breathable down here. Alright, there is our ladder and fire pole down here. Now the plan is to get our carbon dioxide pump down here. First piece of lead as well. Suffocating, no. We're gonna look for not oxygen. Maybe make sure that we don't get any polluted oxygen nearby. Maybe open this channel up a little bit. Got a storage spot there with chlorine. Just curious if that was filled up or not. So the pump is running. So just before we move on to the next project, we're just going to put in a number of oxygen diffusers. So right now, we do not have much oxygen around here at all. Still getting rid of some of the carbon dioxide down here. Seems to be pretty thin. Alright, there's our oxygen source being added. And with that, I will see if I can investigate reed fiber or what might be its equivalent. So what I think we need is a shearing station, so we'll create one of those. Also see one of these critters who I've been kind of scared to go visit, but let's get over that and get access to a Rex. In fact, this particular one is crammed, and I don't like to see that. Didn't quite get through, did we? There's our stable setup. Maybe I will go mark this to be have a few of those Rexes dropped off. Rex baby, or just the Rex, high priority. Let's disable this for now. So I'll bring in all of them, but I might only... Oh, there's the baby version. So we'll wrangle you. Wrangle you. Wrangle you. Is someone really going to be able to pick you up? Oh. They left an egg, okay. So there is a little bit of feather fiber. We will wrangle you. We'll go wrangle you. Let's make a fine grain. Okay, it's different. They don't really look any different that I can see. If I click on one of them. Scale growth. The amount of time required for the critter to grow. Scale total change 0% per cycle. Rexes are carnivorous critters that feed on small... I wonder if they need to eat in order to regrow. Feather fiber. Okay, well, we'll... let's just see this guy here. I wonder if that's just nuts. Or maybe it's their feathering tail. Oh, it's just the tail. It's not their whole body type of thing. So yeah, this is the guy before he was trimmed. And this is what they look like with their tail missing. I see. Now that we've done that, I'm going to kick a number of these guys out. In fact, everyone except for one Rex. Oh, and probably one heavy, tough meat feeder. Not sure how this is going to go, but we're going to get a exosuit forge. Cranking out a little bit of iron. Be cautious that this is going to heat up pretty quick. Alright, then there was one. Let's go down to the Rex and give in some tough meat. Sure if this guy is hungry at the moment, but he'll have food when he needs it. An exosuit forge Atmos suit. The fact that it's highlighted is good. Feather fiber ingredients. Well, this also looks kind of different. Well, let's choose that iron that we're producing with the feather fiber. And make one of those with 18. So we actually have a good amount. It's mostly iron that's the limitation at the moment, but we are producing more of that with our metal refinery. One thing I don't see a lot of anymore is those little bug creatures or those gints. I did see, oh, there he is. There's one here. Not only that, looking at their reproduction, it's actually pretty high. Base reproduction, 22%. But Stung a target, an extra 28%. Who did he sting? Maybe technician there. But this just leaves me curious. Can you put those guys in a stable? Well, we'll find out here. Now, I guess all you need for a food source is water, or I don't know if I even call it food, but for them to be able to have their offspring grow. I have no idea whether they'll even use the grooming station, but we'll find out. So I can wrangle. So if I can wrangle the critter, and I should be able to, though, I can wrangle those critters, and they are not used in the ranching station, so there's no guarantee that that would actually do anything. Okay, where did you go again, bud? So hard to find, they're so small. Tender risk too. Ooh. That's a good food to have. But where did our little flying pest go who stung one of our dupes? Oh great. Oh, okay, I was gonna say I set up a full stable for them, and he's gone. Okay, let's relocate that critter up here. See, these guys do not like the heat. Idle, stung a target. I guess the question is, are we going to get a rancher that goes and uses our grooming station? My guess is no. But maybe we'll leave them in here anyways, because even without that, there is the water for them. Now I'm going to bring in a few of these atmosuit docks. Making these out of lead, though I realized that we've got a cobalt volcano. Some more of these guys here. Maybe I'll come back to them later. But with some of the cobalt from that cobalt volcano, why don't we use that to make a few atmosuits? And for some... Oh, right. I'm going to stable this temporarily. Deliver some suits. We'll be getting our specialized diggers going down here. The rest of the team can put in an oxygen line going down. So see, we'll want to have our system over here modified. Dump water right there. And put in our pitcher pump like that. Okay, I'm going to get the dupes to stop at this point. Also wondering, is there a risk of really having sour gas exposed? Normally I get very nervous about sour gas, but I think that's because it's normally associated with really hot spots. Trying to find a little bit of liquid here to kind of create an airlock. If I can just Okay, apparently it's too much. What if I did this? Back up here. Put in some water. Take some of this salt water and we'll just throw it right here. Take this guy, open that up. Alright, if I put in a tile right there and then destroy it, we'd have a vacuum. Kind of separating the two places. Destroy that now. Getting too much liquid under here, unfortunately. I like to have that. Well, I was worried about that mixing with crude oil, but unfortunately I don't see a lot of crude oil, so maybe that's not going to be an issue. Let's just make sure what's happening with our oxygen. Oh, I see. It's not going anywhere without a bridge right here. And apparently missed this. Alright, so oxygen is going down. I'll find something to do. Well, let's make sure that we've got water here. We do. And I'll find something to do while we're waiting for this to charge up. While we're waiting for that oxygen, I'm going to set up a sharing station over here. I'm going to go into access these guys. Maybe do wrangle and wrangle. And I realize the other stables here are empty. So we're going to relocate one of these guys here. Darnlet. Over into here. Make sure I put in a spot here for Rex. Okay, the stable's been repopulated. Oh, this is a spot with gas masks. That's fine. I don't know why this dude keeps walking back and forth, but anyway. This asteroid is certainly plentiful of critters, specifically these guys. Alright, we've got one Atmos suit available to us. And then we can get one of the specialized ranchers to go in here, wrangle these two guys. So here's my plan for getting down in the oil biome. But I'm actually excited more about something else. I found the teleportation equipment, and no, that's not actually what's exciting me, but it's the fact that I found Saturn critter traps. Not just one, two. And they're right next to a beta hive. I mean, that combination could not be better. I'd love to build this, especially before this area fills with lots of hydrogen, because that's exactly what's going to happen. So that's going to be a great power source. But before we do that, I've got a plan in to get two of these oxygen diffusers, just because it's going to be a little bit of a difficult build. So we'll do that first. Once these are running, then we'll go in this area, make a priority of getting this construction finished. Already seeing a little bit of hydrogen. So don't take your time, dupes. Oh, and I meant to enable that. So I don't want the dupes going down here and then... Okay, minor. Get it, guys, get. Who can enable this for us? Make that a 9. Surprised these guys are fine right now. Maybe because this carbon dioxide. Here we are. Ammo suits being used. Whew. So we've got one of these oxygen diffusers. Someone just needs to find a little bit of algae to put in it. There we go. That's that one running. Even either have done that, or maybe even put gas masks, but we'll use the oxygen diffuser method for now. And a little bit of oxygen here. That's going to make the construction in this zone all the easier. Another tube that can go through abyssalite, obsidian. Definitely become an overpressured area in time. So we'll watch that. We'll also watch exploring the oil biome. Oh, a spot we can't get through. My goal is to take some of these plants out before we explore it too much. And I realize this is a new feature of the game. You can actually build on top of plants, rather than having to dig them out first, which is kind of nice. In here, obviously going to look for hydrogen. I think that is actually set up now, which is awesome. So that is a great source. Didn't actually power this up, but can be done easily. What do we get down? Infectious polluted oxygen vent. Okay, what I'm looking to do is see if I can dig that right there. Also, this will be the first time that I dig up a plant. Actually, kind of curious. Let's slow this down. Curious. So a dig action. Wait a minute. Is this not going to work? Because technically a dig action has to happen. They can't access it? Or someone to come down and do something. I feel like that wasn't as useful as I may have thought it was going to be. So now the plan is to go access this oil reservoir, because I'd like to get some oil, as well as extend this hydrogen line. It's going from over here. Gonna put it through a gas reservoir and then feed it into our hydrogen generator. Feel like having a second hydrogen generator probably makes sense with this going in. Just make sure our oxygen line gets moved around if we're going to do that. Okay. And how about we get down to this cold area? Definitely an advantage to having that. Because if I'm going to make an oil well, it's going to produce a good amount of heat. And having an extremely cold area underneath can help. So it seems as if power's not really a big thing. I mean, we're not doing a whole lot. Technically, this isn't how I envisioned it. There we go, but we have excess hydrogen. We've got this system to not burn power unless it gets to 50%. Guess that's a spot maybe the dupes can't get to. Few more pieces here, and our hydrogen from our Saturn critter shot should be going. Oh, should also do that. Okay, so that is hydrogen flowing in from the bottom of the base. Oh, pitch prepare net seed. And what was I doing? Oh yeah, the hydrogen vent. So we'll add a second one right here. Fill that with hydrogen. Add it to the automation line. And it's just burning away hydrogen. There we are. So I think I'm going to end here, but my plan is to get a oil well. Going to make that out of iron before I go, though. Just want to have that area mopped. Just realized I don't actually have a vacuum area. There we go. We've got a vacuum in between this. Oh, this whole little section's a vacuum. I didn't even know that. Okay, well, I guess we've got an extra vacuum spot right there. But, yeah, so oil well going in. We've got lots of hydrogen. Just make sure that we get just hydrogen. Contents hydrogen gas. Looks like it's a oh yeah, it is a different sour, a little bit of sour gas. How did that happen? 20, maybe this needs to be lowered. Okay, we'll do this. Better do this now before there's lots of... Oh, yeah. No. Also... Fix. I thought that was purple instead of pink. Maybe I'll also up that. Okay, so this is, again, hydrogen. So that is been fixed. Where was I? Just going over some of the things. Oh, yeah. There's this little guy. Maybe I'll probably forget if I don't do that. We'll do that in a second. Research has been kind of crazy. Going on all kinds of stuff. We've upped our water power. We've got 2 hydrogen generators. We have Oh, how is this guy doing? Let's just have a look at him before we go. Groomed. Looking for food.
Uh-oh. Okay, apparently we don't have enough. Do I feed him? I could try feeding him meat. Check over in there. He's fine. And, yeah, this critter here. Reproduction 5%, age 5 of 10. Currently 22%. I don't see any new eggs down here. It's a little surprise. Not much progress here other than ladders taking some damage. But I'm thinking one thing that I'm going to need if I want to make these things, I'm assuming, is petroleum. So I think the big thing is we get to the bottom of the base. Oil well will be going in soon. I'll have to figure out some way of doing cooling. Have to be careful because on the one hand, crude oil freezes at -40 and this is kind of too cold. But there are different ways I can do that little bit. Anyway, this is the Prehistoric DLC. Lots of things to be able to survive off of. Lots of critters, lots of plants. If it weren't for... Whoa, terrifying. If it weren't for this, I would say this is going to be like a super easy asteroid. Anyways, hopefully next time I end up making some of these guys. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys later on. Till then. Little bonus section. If I don't do this now, I'm probably going to forget this. So I'm going to give this to Explore. Reason for that is they are going to probably, especially since they're the loner dupe, be going on the teleporter once we've opened that up. Have we opened that access yet? Not quite, but we'll have that soon. And Explorer is going to get Deep Diver Lungs. Nice. Air consumption rate down.